question that I have, I've always been interested in kind of what's really going on behind the scenes with some of these TV clairvoyant people. I won't name any names specifically. A lot of
Yes,
these
you
sort
don't
of
want to get sued.
no, but a lot of these tricks that you're mentioning with what you do, it sounds like your industry is actually just open and honest that this is trickery, but it's still fucking interesting and you can still entertain people. Are some of these like TV sort of clairvoyants using some of these same techniques and just brushing it off as spiritual woo-woo in order to, you know, make money and be famous? And
Right. I call that going to the dark side. It is very tempting because people want to believe. They want to know that their dead relatives are still right there next to them. And these people are using conjurers' tricks as demonstrations of real psychic powers or claiming to have these real psychic powers. And you really hit a good distinction there. And I'm just going to fall back to my mentor, James Randi. That's this photo right there for those of you watching along on video.
oh yeah,
It's,
James Randi. He's also, I've watched a lot of his stuff actually.
all right,
He's
yeah,
the one that
yeah.
just destroys people who say they actually do magic and stuff. And he used to give them big challenges, right, and offer them like 10
Yes.
grand to prove it. Mate, what a
Yes.
badass!
So I helped manage that challenge.
Amazing.
So I worked with him for 4 years managing that $1 million challenge. It started out as $10,000.
Right.
And then a private benefactor was saying, you know, Randy, I love your work. I love what you're doing. 10,000 is a good start, but let's make this $1 million. That'll sound a lot better. So I'm going to set that up. And that's how it became the $1 million paranormal challenge. So working with him, I got to see exactly how to think about these kinds of things and start to understand why people want to believe things that aren't provably true and all that kind of stuff. So I helped manage applications and design testing protocol for that $1 million challenge. And that was my master's class in mentalism, how to scam people, and just the whole 9 yards.
I see, of
So
course, because in order to be able to identify, you need to know exactly how to do it. It's
right.
know thy enemy, essentially.
Exactly. So there, that's another point. So first is that Randy says that we're honest liars, that we're at least honest about what we're doing to our audience and with our audience. The ethical line is the non-honest lying, right? Which is, for me, those psychics on TV and all that kind of stuff. And to the point of know your enemy, it's the same game book. It's the same plan that Houdini had. Houdini, back in the day, 1908, wrote a book called The Right Way to Do Wrong. And it explains exactly how to scam people, how to con them. Here's how this con works. Here's how this scam works. Here's how to pull this one off. And everybody lambasted him back in the day for saying, why in the world are you teaching people how to be con artists and thieves and cheats and all this stuff? You're just training the bad guys. And his whole reason for doing that was saying, the better you are at actually doing this, the more skilled you'll be at recognizing it when somebody's trying to do it to you. Otherwise, you're going to be an uneducated mark and be much more susceptible to having these cons run on you. So it's better to be a good person who knows exactly how to do the wrong things than to be ignorant of how the wrong people are doing things. Right? So that's the only way that the world gets better, is being capable of great evil and choosing not to.